Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tony Severino Field on the campus of Rockhurst High School. This interstate matchup, if you will, between Olathe North and the Rockhurst Hawklets. Jonathan Plasek joining you up here in the booth with Chris Mitchell running the camera and producing on the evening. Thank you for choosing to watch high school football on 810varsity.com. If you're on YouTube, let us know where you're watching from. Make sure to hit your subscribe button so you do not miss a live broadcast the rest of the season on 810varsity.com. Again, Jonathan Plasek here with you. This old school matchup, been 20 years since these two teams have met up. A couple of these matchups that Rockhurst has had in the previous season, such as Bentonville, Arkansas, those are no longer. So they'll welcome their friends, the Eagles of Olathe North, from across town. These Rockhurst Hawklets have found themselves in a position where it's not super surprising given their preseason ranking of number 4 in the 810 Varsity Top 25. The surprising thing is that Liberty North is the one that vacated their spot out of number 1 after losing to Liberty last week. So the Hawklets newly crowned number 3 in week number 3 in this state of Missouri, as week number 2 for Olathe North out of the state of Kansas. Olathe North coming into this game at 0-1, last week losing to Shawnee Mission Northwest 28-14 down in that game, 28-7 before a late score was tacked on. For Rockhurst, they are 2-0. They have won and only given up 13 points per game. They won 24-12 their opening week against St. Pius X, and then 34-14 last week at Ray Peck against the Panthers. So tonight, again, these two teams just getting underway in their season, but oh so important to get on a roll early on. There's a few, and it's hard to overstate the reality of high school football. Whenever you look at down the road, there are some games for both of these teams that this could be just like an overlooked type game. Next week, here at Tony Severino Field, is Lee Summit North, number 1 in the 810 Varsity Top 25. So, Rockhurst staring down the face of a Kansas opponent. Meanwhile, the number 1 team in the city will be knocking on the door next week. So, how much will that play a factor tonight? We will find out. As far as Olathe North, again, they're here at number 3 Rockhurst, but just a few weeks away, October the 4th, they have to travel to Mill Valley. So, number 2 in the 810 Varsity Top 25. Again, the class of Kansas high school football in Mill Valley. So, these two teams set and ready to go to battle here as the captains are at the big bold blue R at midfield. We await this beautiful evening in the early goings of September. 75 degrees, 8-mile-per-hour winds from left to right on your screen, coming from the east. Again, this field runs east to west. Pleasure to have you on board as we see a great performance last week out of Riley Sullivan, 2 touchdowns through the air. Charlie Luce coming to his own, throwing for 3 touchdowns, 1 to Bo Newberger as well. So, as this team gets ready to go, Charlie Luce starting to get a little bit more comfortable in this offense. So we'll see how Coach Donahoe and the Hawklets will fare tonight. Hawklets have won the toss and deferred, and so Olathe North will turn their backs to the east, Rockhurst to the west, where the setting sun is going down as we speak. These two teams, again, have not met in a very long time. We'll see Olathe North with the football first, led by their senior quarterback, J-Mo Sarver, and their running back, Blaze Adger. These two teams, again, Rockhurst very much a ground and pound. Olathe North would like to get in the air as much as possible. Again, did not have a great week last week on their opening trip to Shawnee Mission Northwest, losing 28-14. Talking with Coach Walter McCartney, he did say that there's a lot of young guys on this team. Looking across their starting lineup, they have 5 juniors starting on the offensive line, a junior tight end. You do have a senior quarterback and a couple of senior receivers, but other than that, all juniors for the Eagles. And so we will see if some of this experience that they're getting in this early going can pay off. Coach Walter McCartney excited about the team that he has in front of him. Braden Jokerst will be the one to tee it up as we await Pierce Fisher and Cash Lewandowski back to return this kick. Again, beautiful evening, September 13th of 2024, as the sun is going down, and sit back, relax, and enjoy a few hours of high school football on 810varsity.com. Games all throughout the area tonight. We're glad you are choosing to watch this one here with us, as Braden Jokerst puts his right foot into it, end-over-end kick, and taken by Pierce Fisher at the 4. Lead blocker out in front is Lewandowski. Big hole across the 35 to the 40, and taken down by the kicker, Jokerst, and great starting field position for the Hawklets as they start their first drive. I said something as Olathe North won the toss and deferred, so that's why you're seeing Rockhurst get the football first. Charlie Luce last week, 14 of 20, 163 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Again, 2 of those touchdowns coming to Riley Sullivan, the 6'5" senior. First down and 10, I formation for the Hawklets. Sullivan in the slot left. It's a fullback dive to Newberger, and Newberger's going to be stood up after about a yard and then pushes forward and picks up 4.5. Newberger, again, a receiving touchdown last week. Vance Provost there on the tackle for the Eagles. Newberger is a two-way player, and he is very good at his senior year, 6'2", 225 pounds, filling in that fullback position. Has a rushing touchdown on the year as well. Charlie Luce, the senior quarterback as well, claps his hands and takes it from the 39-yard line. Finds Riley Sullivan on a strike, taken down by a couple of Eagles, but that is exactly where they went last week. Riley Sullivan, such a weapon at 6'5". And Luce finds him on a quick hitch route, and you move the chains and already into Eagle territory. Here just 3 plays in. Jackson Igo, the top of the screen. Play action, rolling left. Out in the flat is Newberger, and Newberger keeps his feet around the 40-yard line. And a pickup of 6 on first down. Charlie Luce, again, sat behind Ethan Hansen for 2 years, and this kid is ready to play. 6'2", 185. On the year has 4 passing touchdowns. Now over the 300-yard mark passing. Only has 12 incompletions on the year through 2 games. And again, Rockhurst doesn't throw the ball a ton, but when you look at it, 12 incompletions through 2 games, very high efficiency for Charlie Luce. He's under center. At center, Matt Bowling, the senior. It's a good snap and hands it off to Pierce Fisher. Fisher dragged down from behind, but not before picking up another Rockhurst first down. That's Blake Samuelson on the tackle for the Eagles. Mass substitution for Rockhurst here as Jackson Igo goes to the sideline as well as Newberger. Rockhurst, such a tough team to defend whenever you have all these weapons on the outside. Michael Tafoya checks in. He's at the very top of your screen. Sullivan just below him. Loose play action, rolling right, looking right, and is caught. And out in space is Tafoya. Tafoya picks up 7 on first down. One big thing that it feels like Rockhurst has had to change about their mentality over the last couple of years is just how much they let the ball go in the air. Again, Coach Donahoe, one of the greatest to ever do it in the state of Missouri. He's allowing his quarterback to really shine thus far throughout the season. Second down, 4 upcoming for the Hawklets. 9:48 to go, opening quarter. First possession for either team. Cash Lewandowski at the bottom of your screen. Scored 2 touchdowns in week 1. Speed option left. Pierce Fisher gets it out in space. Hurdles a defender and is taken down from behind at the 20-yard line, taken down by Rain Byers of Olathe North. And that's a nice addition as well that they've made in their offense, is the little speed option. Charlie Luce has negative rushing yards on the year. He's not as much of a threat as Ethan Hansen was running the football. However, you still have to respect it at the end of the day, and Rockhurst looking good so far on this opening drive, now in the Olathe North red zone. Luce with trip set left, single high receiver to his right. Claps his hands, play action, rolls left, looking left, squares up, and is going to be taken down for a sack. They called him down there. Vance Provost in on the sack, and that's the first negative play for Rockhurst. Got around the pole block and able to get down a sack for -6. So 2nd and 16 upcoming for the Hawklets. Out of those trips stacked, they really do like going to the air. We have Charlie Luce again, this time with 2 tight ends. Newberger, that tight end left. Speed option right, Fisher in space. One-on-one, nice juke move to the 20 and gets back the sack yardage. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. An ongoing challenge for Rockhurst, at least through week 1, was special teams. Did not attempt an extra point in week 1. Last week, Oliver Priestland was the kicker and made the extra points. Also signing a few soccer players. Third down and 10. Luce looking left, throwing left, has his receiver Tafoya. And Tafoya is wrangled down about 2 yards short. Taken down in space by Kelvin Parker. And no hesitation out of Coach Donahoe and this coaching staff. They keep the offense out on the field. 4th down. They call it 3 on the scoreboard. Luce goes under center. Newberger behind, and then Fisher behind him. Hard count with 8 on the play clock. Pitch to the right side. It's Fisher in space and has just enough. Picks up 4.5. They needed 3. And that'll bring up 1st down and goal. Something you see more in the high school game lately is just the allowance for high school quarterbacks to make changes at the line of scrimmage. I think Charlie Luce originally was going to go to the left side, instead called it off, went to the right side, and was the right call. Pick up the 1st down and goal. 6:38 to go in the opening quarter. Luce under center. Hand off of the pulling guard to the left side. Fisher keeps his feet inside the 3 to the 1. Side judge waiting. Touchdown, Rockhurst. Pierce Fisher from 7 yards out, following the pulling guard, and Rockhurst strikes first. Like I said in the pregame, an interesting wind. The wind is directly in Priestland's face. Oliver Priestland made his extra points last week. And this one is up, and it is no good wide left. So special teams still a thing. And we take a break as Rockhurst strikes first. It's 6-0. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a Chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a Chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back. Pierce Fisher gets in from 8 yards out. to give Rockhurst a 6-0 lead. Wide left was the extra point out of Oliver Priestland, and so we will see Olathe North's offense coming up next. Priestland will do the kickoff duties for Rockhurst. Again, wind in the face. You are looking at a field that runs east to west. Right now, kicking into an east breeze is Priestland. High, right into the wind, and caught by the up man. Up across the 25 to the 30, and skirts his way out of bounds is Kelvin Parker. So we see Jamo Sarver, the senior quarterback, leading this team, wearing number 12. Again, Olathe North in their road whites, red numerals, white helmets as well. Rockhurst in their home blue jerseys, white pants, and white helmet. Jeremiah Rhodes stands to the right of Sarver on first down. He had an 80-yard touchdown last week, and like shot out of a cannon, Cash Lewandowski tracks down Blaze Adger for a loss of 5, and Lewandowski, he's that type of kid, as a sophomore, 5'9", 175, plays well above that stature, a TFL early, and the mandatory hydration break at the 6-minute mark. We'll take it with them. It's 6-0. Rockhurst leads. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Woo! Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Welcome back. The mandatory hydration break halfway through each quarter. Important to remember, the health of the student athlete is number one. We've not seen a flag tonight, and I'm not trying to wish that out there, but we will give you the refs' names as they become a part of the game. Right now it's 2nd and 14. The Eagles of Olathe North behind the chains. Jeremiah Rhodes in motion. And Blaze Adger picks up about what he lost on first down. Takedown by Jeb Ketting of Rockhurst. And this team, again, Coach Walter McCartney said, very young. All 5 on the offensive line are juniors. Biggest one up there is William Cooper, the right tackle, 6'5", 210. We'll see how often they go behind him. It's 3rd down and 10, though, early for the Eagles. And there's our first flag of the evening. J.L. Roach with the call, and his false start will scoot the Eagles back 5. We'll set the Eagles back to their own 27-yard line. We'll call it 26-yard line. It's Jamo Sarver. Play action. Is in trouble and goes down, and who else? Lewandowski again. Cash Lewandowski. A tackle for loss and a sack on that possession, and Olathe North is going to have to punt it away. They went backwards 12 yards on that possession, and Jamo Sarver, the starting quarterback, is also the punter. Pierce Fisher stands at his own 46-yard line awaiting the punt, and now scoots back. A little bit of wind behind Sarver here. Left-footed kick, end over end, is going to take a bounce, and a big bounce. A large Eagle bounce will take it inside the 15-yard line before it's down at the 13. So what a punt out of Jamo Sarver. Was standing around his own 10 and is down at the 13-yard line of Rockhurst. You want something that changes field position. Well, He gave it to you there. Official statistic is 68-yard punt. Again, that's not counting the 15 that he's standing back. 83 from where he was standing. Took a big bounce, and Pierce Fisher might have a little chat about that later. If it's a low-line driver, you got to go get it. Otherwise, with the wind behind, a massive 68-yard punt. And Rockhurst back inside their own 15 to start drive number 2. Up 6-0, 4:17 to play in the opening quarter. Charlie Luce perfect through the air thus far. Play action, rolling right and wide open deep. Has a man caught across the 30 to the 20. It's a foot race. 87-yard touchdown for Blake Thomas, the sophomore. Got behind the defense, and Charlie Luce is feeling himself. The largest completion of his young career at Rockhurst. Finds the sophomore, Blake Thomas. Again, got behind the defense, and 87 yards later, Rockhurst is up 12-0. Well, if you like efficiency, that's a definition of it. One play, 87 yards, and a touchdown. They keep the offense on the field to try and make up for the missed point after attempt earlier. Loose under center. Pitch left. Pierce Fisher bounds forward and is good. It's 14-0 Hawklets. And the Eagles got to be careful. They went backwards on their first possession. We'll see how they do on possession number 2 when we come back. You're watching high school football on a10varsity.com. Welcome back to Tony Severino Field, and it's Rockhurst all right now, 14-0. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. The drives look a little different, though. Rockhurst taking 8 plays on their first one, 1 play on their second one, 87 yards to Blake Thomas, the sophomore receiver. Oliver Priestland in to kick off once again. This one a little bit deeper than last. Going to be taken around the 9 by Jeremiah Rhodes. Rhodes across the 20, looking for room across the 25 to the 30, across the 40 to the 50, and dragged down in Rockhurst territory. Jeremiah Rhodes showing his speed and elusiveness. Again, he had an 80-yard touchdown last week against Shawnee Mission Northwest in the loss. So we see if we can get the senior involved here. 44 yards on the return results in the best obvious field position for the Eagles thus far. Drive number 2. Drive number 1 went backwards twice. TFL penalty. And then a sack caused them to punt the ball away. So, J-Mo Sarver takes a snap at midfield and hands it off to Blaze Adger, who picks up 2 off of right guard. This offensive line made up of Aaron Enright, Leland Barth, Tyler Smith, Peter Yarnell, and William Cooper, all juniors. Olathe North got to feel good about these next couple of years here as these players develop. Ethan Naidu, the tight end, is at the top of the offensive line here on 2nd down and 8. Rhodes and Adger in the backfield. They hand it off to Rhodes up the middle this time, and Rhodes picks up, we'll call it 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Again, they have this spread out set, but we've only seen handoffs thus far. Cole Smithers, the senior receiver at the very bottom of your screen. Handoff right side once again, and this is Adger. Adger's going to pick up a first down and pay the price as Jeb Ketting is there with Gage Nelson on the tackle. A little at a time, Walter McCartney's team going to be building confidence. Again, these next couple weeks they get to have at home against Lawrence and then Shawnee Mission East before traveling to Mill Valley in October. First down and 10, Rockhurst 35-yard line. 2:35 to play in the opening quarter. Bad snap. And ball still on the ground. Rockhurst is going to get on top of it. Recovered by DeClan Sullivan. And Rockhurst is the beneficiary of a bad snap by Tyler Smith. Excuse me, Cash Lewandowski is the one that got on top of it. If you're keeping track at home, he has a TFL, he has a sack, and now a fumble recovery. He's definitely the most valuable player through quarter number 1 for Rockhurst, as this Olathe North defense has asked for another big favor out of the offense. Bad snap resulting in Rockhurst getting the football back. 2:25 to go in the opening quarter. Loose under center, fullback dive. Who else? Cash Lewandowski. Lewandowski picks up, we'll call it 9 on first down. The fullback dive is alive and well at Rockhurst. And Lewandowski heads off to the sideline. Needs a small break here. Don't blame the kid. 5'9", 175 sophomore. He's going to be a kid to watch over the next couple of years here at Rockhurst. Again, this Olathe North defense tasked with something big. 2 large defensive tackles, and they're going right at him right now. Loose out of the shotgun. Von Pham is the running back, and he gets the speed option. He's across the 35 to the 30, and they pick up 11 yards on second down at 1. Von Pham, again, listed as the number 2 running back, but is a much larger back, feels like. 5'11", 205 in comparison to Pierce Fisher, who's 6'1", 170. Give him 35 pounds more. It's a good change of pace back for this Rockhurst offense as they look at first down and 10 from the Olathe North 30. We haven't called Riley Sullivan's name but once tonight. He's at the bottom of your screen. Play action, looking his direction, out in the flat, is caught. That's Lewandowski again. It makes a man miss, picks up 7 on first down. So he's got a run for 9 yards, a catch for 7 yards, TFL, sack, and fumble recovery. This kid is doing just about everything. Charlie Luce has not missed a pass yet. Not trying to commentate or curse the kid, but has looked good thus far. Trip set to his right on second down and 4. 40 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Claps his hands, belt high snap, inside screen to Lewandowski. Lewandowski is wrapped up and taken down by Jeremiah Rhodes after a pickup of 2. And if Olathe North is going to run on somebody, it is Jeremiah Rhodes, a two-way player for this Fighting Eagles team. Listed at 6'1", 185 pounds. That should take us to the end of the first quarter, as Rockhurst gets one more snap off. Pierce Fisher up the middle, spins out a 1, is still on his feet to the 15, to the 10, inside the 5, touchdown Rockhurst. The buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter results in a 22-yard touchdown out of Pierce Fisher. If you're Olathe North's defense, you got to feel for him. bad first drive resulting in a punt, giving up a one-play drive, and then a bad snap. Priestland with the extra point. This time it's up, and it is good inside the right upright. So it's 21-0. End of the first quarter. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the point.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Welcome back to Tony Severino Field. A 22-yard touchdown run by Pierce Fisher caps off a 5-play, 49-yard drive. Sam Simmons back deep to return this Priestland kick. Now downwind here in quarter number 2. Taking it at the 12, a nice juke move to the 23-yard line. Sam Simmons steps out of bounds, and Olathe North feel like you got to stop the bleeding here, as it has been a tough quarter number 1, capped off by this Pierce Fisher run. 2 possessions, backwards on 1, snap over the head on the second one after some really good field position. J-Mo Sarver, again the senior, leading this team. We do have Olathe North's coaching staff to our direct right up here in the booth. Rhodes and Adger in the backfield. 2 receivers to the top of J-Mo Sarver. It's a handoff. Rhodes up the middle, and Rhodes keeps his feet for 5. Taken down by DeClan Sullivan. And that is Jeb Ketting down on the turf. And if you're a Rockhurst fan, you have known of Jeb Ketting for quite a while. Coach Donahoe, the first one out to take a look at his stud senior linebackers. He's holding his left arm, walks off to the sideline without the medical crew having to come out and look at him. Just going to take a peek at him here on the sideline. 6'1", 190. And Ketting maybe with just a stinger to that left shoulder. He does have a brace on there. So it'll be a 2nd down and 6. 16 seconds into the second quarter here. Jeb Ketting's backup is out on the field. That's Henry Coppinger. Be reminded of Tommy Coppinger from last year. Handoff, Rhodes up the middle, and Rhodes picks up 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Again, I said, if it's going to get going for Olathe North, it's got to get going through that young man. Jeremiah Rhodes, explosive, him and Blaze Adger. Adger, a junior running back. They've been in the same formation. Just over a minute here into the second quarter. It's Adger up the middle. Adger picks up 7 and a 1st down, and some shaking of heads just to the right here of the coaching staff of Olathe North. Maybe not the play call that was designed, but nonetheless a 1st down, pickup of 7. Flip the formation for the Eagles. 4 down linemen for Rockhurst. Chest high snap, hands it off to Adger out in space. Adger, good cut. Across midfield. Call it just on the Rockhurst side of the field, picks up 8. And you can see this offensive line getting out in space. Leland Barth led the way there, the pulling guard. Tyler Smith there as well, offensive line. Made up of all juniors. Do not call Cole Smithers' name. He's at the bottom of your screen, just on top of the 50. Speed option after the play action, and that is the first run for Jamo Sarver. Picks up 9 and a first down. It's the first life we've seen on a drive of Olathe North. They've just been stunted off so quickly. 9:52 here to go in the opening half. Sarver looks right, throws right, and in and out of the hands of Sam Simmons. So first time going to the air that did not result in a sack. Sam Simmons, the junior, 5'8", 155, shifty out in space. Second down and 10. They're able to keep the momentum here on their side, at least for a little while. Down 21-0, 9:45 to go in the half. Play action, looking right, pumps and throws it still. Adger out in space, picks up 5, but that was Newberger in the face of Jamo Sarver, and he almost threw a pick. Instead, wisely pumped and got it out. And that is Blaze Adger. Third down and 5 for this Olathe North offense. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. That's Jamo Sarver's left. Hands it off to Rhodes on third down, and Rhodes plowing forward. Going to be about 1.5 yards short. I hate to say you got to have it right now, but you kind of do. Inside the 33-yard line of Rockhurst. It's the best looking drive so far from Olathe North. 4th down and 2 for the senior quarterback. Hard count, missed the handoff. In trouble, Sarver goes down. A host of Hawklets there to stop him on 4th down, and Rockhurst takes back over. A miscommunication on who was getting the football. He wanted to hand it to Jeremiah Rhodes, and Rhodes missed it. Left Sarver there to try and run for it, and instead lost 2 as Rockhurst comes back out on offense. .9:02 to play here in the opening half. Charlie Luce starts out under center. Counter play, Pierce Fisher off right side, and thought he had some room, and instead wrangled up by Kelvin Parker after a pickup of 6. One thing that's been evident thus far, Rockhurst bigger, more equipped currently. Again, a lot of juniors on this team for Olathe North. .8:32 to play. And fullback dive. This is off left guard. And that's Henry Coppinger in the game. He picks up 3.5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. And Rockhurst, a team that can control the clock. Certainly, their running attack, well versed with Pierce Fisher, Von Pham, and Bo Newberger as well. Henry Coppinger getting a run there. Cash Lewandowski, we've also seen at fullback. Newberger back in there on 3rd down and 1. Pierce Fisher behind him. Olathe North with 5 down linemen. Play action, looking right, throwing deep off his back foot. And Blake Thomas, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Justin Rowland out in coverage. And we saw, again, maybe Charlie Luce just knowing there's going to be another play behind this, trying to get about 2 feet for the first down. This Rockhurst offensive line has been up to the task thus far. They took a shot on 3rd and a foot. So we see 4th down and short. I formation. Fullback dive. Newberger. Plenty of room and more. Bowling through like Mike Allscott. And 11 yards on 4th and 1. You list off the great fullbacks you've seen. That was as good of a run as I've seen in high school football out of the fullback position. Plowing through multiple defenders, picking up 11 and a first down. Ball resting right on the curve of the bold R in Rockhurst. Blake Thomas, top of your screen. I formation, pitch left to Fisher. Fisher with a head of steam across the 30. Inside the 28-yard line and picks up 17 on first down. The thing about Pierce Fisher versus Vaughn Pham as he comes into the game, Fisher's acceleration to the line takes all of about 1 second, and he is up to full speed. And he shows that they're picking up 17. They only credit him with 16, 6:55 to play in the opening half, 21-0 Rockhurst. Loose under center. Play action, rolls right, looks right, doesn't have a lot, goes up top, now is open, and that is a great catch. Blake Thomas, touchdown number 2. From 29 yards out, what a ball. Blake Thomas having himself a half, 2 touchdowns, and Charlie Luce finding him on a dot. He got open late out of the play action, rolling right, and Charlie Luce now has to stay out there and hold the extra point. What a great catch out of Blake Thomas, the sophomore. You got to feel confident if you're seeing some of these young emerging stars out of the Hawklets. Priestland on for the extra point. Good hold, good snap, and that one's dead down the middle with confidence. It's 28-0 Rockhurst. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a Chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a Chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
And it's all smiles thus far for Coach Donahoe and his squad. 28-0. Seems like all the worries of would Rockhurst be looking forward to next week against number 1 Lee Summit North. Those have been put to bed early. Kickoff taken at the 7 by number 7. Has some room across the 30. Blocker out in front to the 40. Keeps his feet to the 42. That's Sam Simmons. Again, Olathe North, the problem has not been field position. For the most part, it has been, can you execute? 4th down and 2 just a few moments ago. And a miscommunication on who was getting the handoff resulted in a turnover on downs. 6 plays, 65 yards later. 2.5 minutes off the clock. Charlie Luce to Blake Thomas for the score. So J-Mo Sarver back at it for this offense. Screen pass, it's Simmons out in space, gets a good block across the 50 to the 45. Gets taken down around the 42-yard line, and that's the best play that we've seen thus far. Jeremiah Rhodes has some words for Charlie Luce on the Rockhurst sideline. Got to be careful, trash talking These referees have great ears as well. So a good pickup on first down. Picks up another first down. 42-yard line of Rockhurst. 6:05 to play. I have a water break after this play here. Sarver rolling right after pressure, and he has some room. Flag flies and is going to be taken out of bounds around the 34. They moved the flag. So referee J.L. Roach saw the holding call, and that will set back Olathe North. Referees conferring with head coach Kelly Donahoe that you want to scoot them back. They picked up 8 yards. So, yes, you would imagine that they would want to scoot them back the full 10. Waiting for something. And it is the mandatory water break time. So, we'll take it with them. 5:53 to play in the half. It's 28-0 Rockhurst. You're watching high school football on a10varsity.com. Welcome back to Tony Severino Field, the water break of quarter number 2. It's 28-0 Rock. Want to appreciate all 100+ of you out there watching this live. If you are watching right now, let us know where you're watching from. Would love to know where you're watching from this evening. It's a beautiful night for football as the sun has set. The weather now 73 degrees on this mid-September evening. Light winds out of the east as the direction that the Olathe North Eagles are going towards. Sarver, bad snap again. He catches it off the ricochet. Rolling right, looking right, and comes back in and out of the hands of Cole Smithers. Incomplete. Second time we've seen Tyler Smith have a bad snap. And Sarver has been running around for his life on passing plays. Again, running plays have not been the issue for Olathe North. It seems like the passing plays have been difficult to come by thus far. 5:39 to play in the opening half. 28-0 Rockhurst. Blitz potentially coming. Now backs off. Calls out for it. Chest high snap. Simmons out in space on the right side, and he is shifty. Picks up, we'll call it 8.5, maybe 9. That's going to bring up third down and 11. Still behind the chains there. That's the number one thing that you hear coaches say. You want to be in front of the chains. If you don't know what that means, you want to be somewhere between them, if not in front of them. You certainly don't want to be behind the chains, especially staring down the barrel of a 28-point deficit. We'll get the ball to open up the second half, so any points here would be great. 2 receivers to the left of Sarver. On third down and 11. Chest high snap, play action, and just falls on the ground. Had Lewandowski staring him down. And that is considered a sack. Jack Manning also in there on that one. It'll bring up fourth down and call it 20. Pierce Fisher back to return. It's always interesting to see, but J-Mo Sarver, right-handed quarterback, punts left-footed. Teach your kids how to do both sides of the body. It helps them out in the long run. Good long snap. And the punt is away. A spiraling one into the wind. Pierce Fisher says don't touch it. It takes a little bit of a Rockhurst bounce before it goes into the hands of an Eagle at the 19-yard line. So, how bad do you want it? Rockhurst, 28-0, 4 minutes to play. Not a timeout been used by either team. So, have the opportunity to take all the clock, score once again. Charlie Luce is on one. 2 touchdown passes to Blake Thomas in this first quarter, or this first half, excuse me. An 87-yarder and a 29-yarder. We've not said Riley Sullivan's name much. He's been the guy that typically is the deep threat. Tonight, it's been Thomas. Lewandowski at the top of the screen. He's had a great first half as well. Claps his hands, does Luce, and has a room to run. Ball's on the ground, and Olathe North is going to pick it up. Pierce Fisher put it on the turf. And there's some life there. Recovery by Kelvin Parker. And all of a sudden, a little bit of life on that sideline. A full student section out of Olathe North tonight. Kudos to them. Again, it's not a hard night to watch football. Beautiful. Mid-70s. Excuse me, that was not Pierce Fisher. That was Von Pham on the run. Put it on the turf. So Olathe North back out at the 29-yard line of Rockhurst. 3:55 to play. We've seen Jeremiah Rhodes a few times in the backfield. This time is on the line of scrimmage in the bunch set left trips with Blaze Adger to his left. Hands it off up the middle and plows into the Clan Sullivan. He's had a good first half. Sullivan, the sophomore. Minimal gain as Rhodes goes back to the backfield. 3:30 to play in the half. Again, Olathe North gets the football first in the second half. Handoff to Rhodes up the middle. Hesitates and then scoots forward close to the 20-yard line. Dragged down from behind Cash Lewandowski and Jeb Ketting. So 3rd down and a yard for Olathe North. Rhodes has been much more effective in the backfield tonight thus far for Olathe North. Handed off to Adger off right side, and Adger has 1st down and a little bit more to the 15. Picks up 5 on 3rd and 2. Scoot the chains. You gotta love, if you're Olathe North, hey, this is a gift. Free fumble. After it looked like Rockhurst was going to go down and potentially score again. J-Mo Sarver quiet through the air. See if they decide to do anything besides the screen pass. Sam Simmons been the recipient of a couple of those. Handed off to Rhodes up the middle. Rhodes tripped up from Lewandowski once again. Picks up 7. 2:15 to play and counting. All 3 timeouts, both teams. Sarver stands at the 15-yard line of Rockhurst. Hands it off to Rhodes. Rhodes in space. Rhodes met. And a tough hit. See the Rockhurst defender slow to get up, and that's Ketting. And he's met by the left shoulder, and Rhodes is slow to get up as well. You don't want to see it if you're Olathe North. Big weapon on both sides of the football. And they call for the injury timeout. Blaze Adger over there to help him up, as well as J-Mo Sarver. So as he makes his way to the sideline. Not too long of injury timeouts tonight, which has been good. Seen just a couple, but both of the kids able to get up on their feet and run off to the side quickly. So, been healthy thus far. I'll bring up 3rd down and 1. 1:41 to play here in the opening half. if you're out and about, turn on 810 a.m. Chad Rader and Tim Spurl, Jeremy Crabtree with the game of the week. Chad Rader with the halftime report. Make sure after the game to turn on 810 as well for the post-game report. All the local scores from around the area. You can find those at 810varsity.com. Olathe North takes their first time out. We will take it with them. 1:17 to play in the opening half. We'll be back right after this.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get ahs like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
Welcome back. 3rd down and 1. 77 seconds to go here in the opening half. Rhodes back in there. Take the timeout. That's the play that he would have had to sit out. So have him back in there. We've not called Ethan Naidu's name tonight. He's the tight end left. Said 3rd down and 1. Handoff, Rhodes up the middle, inside the 5, and flipped on his head. Tough tackle there by Chase Hammerschmidt. Tough tackle. And Rhodes able to get back up after that one. 1:12 to play in the opening half. 2 receivers to the right. Handoff to the right. Adger's in trouble, and Adger's going to go down. Cash Lewandowski. Once again, another tackle for loss. He has been everywhere in this first half. The sophomore for Rockhurst. 2nd down and goal from the 10. Sarver barks it out, pulls it on the read option and able to recover a little bit and picks up 2.5 before he's taken down by a few Hawklets, including Jack Manning. And another timeout, the 2nd of the half, is Olathe North. We'll take it with them. 27 seconds. Olathe North knocking on the door. We'll be back.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Third down and goal from the 8. 27 seconds to play, 1 timeout. Down 28-0 here at Tony Severino Field. Sarver with Adger to his right. Rhodes at the bottom of your screen. Simmons in motion, rolls right, looks for Simmons. Simmons open, caught, dives for the pylon. Touchdown Olathe North. The perfect play call at the perfect time for Olathe North. We heard it called out from up here in the coaching staff, and Sam Simmons in for the touchdown. J-Mo Sarver with a nice pass out in the flat and able to get to the pylon as Sam Simmons to get the Eagles on the board. Braden Jokerst on for the extra point. The left-footed kicker. Hold is good, and the kick is up and pure. It is 28-7. Olathe North to get the football on the other side of the halftime break, but for now, we take a break. 28-7 Rockhurst.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back. Tony Severino Field, 28-7. Eagles get on the board. Sam Simmons, the recipient of the touchdown pass. Just looking back at the technology that we have nowadays, they have the end zone cams for all the coaches. Looking back, trying to dissect the defense there, the middle linebacker was the one that was responsible for Simmons and got kind of clogged up in the movement. Newberger, and able to score was Sam Simmons. So, 21 seconds to play. I assume we'll see Rockhurst come out and take a knee on this, assuming they don't want to do anything crazy with 21 seconds to play, up 21. But we will see. End over end kick is Jokerst. Taken by the up man is Von Pham, and Von Pham taken down at the 32-yard line with 17 seconds to play. If Rockhurst wanted to, 3 timeouts. Again, stick with us. 20-minute timeout in high school football, then 3 minutes to stretch on the other side of that. So 23 minutes total. We'll be back in those 3 minutes to give you up-to-date scores from Missouri and Kansas. And then second half action from Tony Severino Field. Well, just as I said, maybe they take a knee into half. They come out in a spread set. 2 receivers to each side of Charlie Luce. Luce takes a snap, inside screen to Pierce Fisher. Fisher has some room to the 40, to the 45, taken down to the 48-yard line with 8 seconds to play. And timeout, Coach Donahoe. Timeout was called, so we'll keep it here on this one. A couple of timeouts left in play for Rockhurst. But again, all around the area tonight, we have kind of these interstate battles going on. Kansas versus Missouri. Early in the season, week 2 number for Olathe North, and week 3 for Missouri. Just a couple from around the area here that we're looking at. Obviously 28-7 here. Kearney on top of Smithville in that rivalry game, 24-7 at Smithville. Grain Valley all over William Chrisman, 28-0. Truman winning against Van Horn, 15-14. Blue Springs South, new contributor to the A-10 varsity top 25, and they are up right now against Lee Summit, 20-12. More scores all around the area coming up at halftime. Tune in to 8:10 a.m. for the game of the week. Tim Spurl, Jeremy Crabtree, and Chad Rader on the halftime report. 8 seconds to play here from Tony Severino Field. Olathe North with 4 defensive backs standing about 25 yards from the line of scrimmage. Should be the final play of the half. We'll see. Luce claps the hands, looks right, throws right, is caught by Lewandowski. Lewandowski slides and calls a timeout at the 30. So Lewandowski able to get on it and make the catch, keep the perfect game going for Charlie Luce. And timeout Rockhurst. A couple more from around the area. Park Hill South on top of Oak Park, 10-7. Currently early going. Platte County and Fort Osage, that rivalry game, 7-7 right now. Maryville on top of Chillicothe, 21-0. And we will have more. Belton on top of Raytown, 7-6. Liberty beating Raytown South, 27-6. And Lee Summit North, the newly crowned #1 team in the A-10 varsity top 25. Guess who they're taking on tonight? #2 in the A-10 varsity top 25, Mill Valley. Lee Summit North on top, 14-0. So they're going to bring out Priestland. 49-yard field goal attempts. And we're going to have a good look here at the strength of this kicker. Priestland from 49. Good snap. The flag is, the whistle blows. And there might be one more timeout taken. Actually, a flag is thrown. Offsides on Olathe North. So take it from 49 to 44. Priestland was just about that short on that attempt. So he got the warm-up from 49. And now gets to scoot to 44. You don't see somebody come in benching 225, then taking off a couple of 45-pounders and going to 135. But potentially what they get to do here. 3 seconds on the clock. Charlie loose the holder. Oliver Priestland from 44 yards. Good snap, good hold, and this one is low and left, and that should end the half as Rockhurst is on top 28-7. Olathe North to get the football on the other side of the break. Jonathan Polasic here with you with Chris Mitchell. We'll be back after halftime. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger rewards.
Rockhurst High School, in conjunction with Notre Dame de Sion High School, is proud to present for your halftime anthem the 16-time Missouri State champion Sidearm Storm Dance Team. Freshmen, Lily Colton, Ava Doyle, Tessa Hohen, Alexa Kokolas, Ava Meyer. Sophomores, Channing Chambers, Taylor Ernest. Juniors, Julie Danda, Emily Dirks, Hayden Shockey. Junior team officer, Lola Sherp. Seniors, Taya Helini, Elizabeth Danda, Ella Gordon. Senior team officer, Tessa Lynn, and senior captains, Zoe Chambers and Stella McClure. The team is coached by Lexi Pardee and Madison Ingham. Ladies, take the field by storm.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tony Severino Field, the location for this high school matchup between Olathe North and Rockhurst. Rockhurst getting the best of Olathe North in the first half, but Olathe North able to strike on their final possession of the half, resulting in some points. So they'll get the football back to start the second half. Scoring drives in the first half. Rockhurst 11 plays, 59 yards, 534. Capped off by an 8-yard touchdown by Pierce Fisher. Then a one-play, 87-yard touchdown pass from Charlie Luce to Blake Thomas made it 14-0. Rockhurst 5 plays, 49 yards, 22-yard touchdown rush by Pierce Fisher, 21-0. 6 plays, 65 yards, 223, capped off by a beautiful 29-yard touchdown pass from Luce to Blake Thomas once again. Then Olathe North, 9 plays, 28 yards, 3 minutes, 34 seconds from J-Mo Sarver to Sam Simmons. Gets us to 28-7. Again, Olathe North to get the football coming back after this quick stretching break as we get into it. Some scores from around the area that you should be aware of. Lee Summit North, number 1 in the 810 varsity top 25. Beating number 2, Mill Valley, number 2 in the 810 varsity top 25, 17-7 at Mill Valley. Shows you just how stout Lee Summit North is. Liberty North rebounding after the loss last week. They're beating Lee Summit West 14-0. Blue Springs South still on top of Lee Summit 23-12. Kearney still leading their rival Smithville 24-7. Platte County now beating Fort Osage 14-7 out in Fort Osage. Oak Park retaking the lead against Park Hill South 14-10. Over on the Kansas side, just a few of these as we get going. Manhattan takes down Free State yesterday 38-28. Manhattan always formidable. Baser Linwood on top of Piper 42-0. DeSoto on top of Turner 33-0 as well. Eudora on top of Bonner Springs 28-0. Again, the one that we're watching, Mill Valley against Lee Summit North 17-7. The Broncos lead. St. Thomas Aquinas on top of St. James 21-7. Bishop Miege formidable, beating up on Blue Valley Southwest. The Timberwolves 20-7. Blue Valley Northwest beating Shawnee Mission Northwest 14-0. Blue Valley taking on Washburn Rural out of Topeka 28-7. The Tigers lead. And again, this cross-state matchup tonight. Rockhurst on top of Olathe North 28-7. But second half kickoff is coming up after this short timeout. We will be back. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com. Here we go, half number 2 about to get underway. Rockhurst well in control thus far. However, Olathe North getting the football first, scoring on their last drive. Again, from wherever you're watching, let us know in the comments if you're sitting on your couch at home enjoying this beautiful evening from indoors. That's okay, let us know over on 810 Varsity YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there so you don't miss out on any local high school football action that we live stream each and every single week throughout the season in Missouri and Kansas. Current conditions, beautiful, 72 degrees. Could not get more perfect as the windows open here. 6-mile-per-hour wind out of the east, and is going to stay in the upper 60s throughout the evening. So if you're wanting to get outside, this next week looks like it's absolutely perfect. Don't take it from me. Watch the local news if you care, and good luck. Rockhurst to kick off from west to east, or excuse me, east to west. Wind behind Oliver Priestland, the kicker. Jeremiah Rhodes and Sam Simmons staying at their own 10, and they've had some electric runbacks thus far. So 28-7, Olathe North to get the football. It's a short one, taken by the up man at the 20. 25, working backwards, now back across the 25 before he's taken down. Tackled by Liam Conway. And that was Chase Williams on the return. The freshman handled it well, held on to the football. And J-Mo Sarver back at it. This Rockhurst defense stifling in the first half. Again, only giving up that one score late in the half. So Blaze Adger under control as well as Jeremiah Rhodes. We'll see Adger in the backfield all on his own to start this third quarter. First down, 10 from their own 28. Chest high snap, swings it out to Simmons. Simmons with good blocking out in space. And shifty moves, pick up 9. Pierce Fisher on the tackle. Sam Simmons has been their target out of the screen game. The 5'8", 155-pound junior. You got to be excited. Again, a lot of juniors on this offensive starter. Only 4 seniors out of the 11. Another high snap. Adger takes it out of the air, and Adger makes the most of it, picking up a first down. Taken out by Jack Manning and Declan Sullivan. That's the third high snap we've seen tonight out of Olathe North. Tyler Smith, the center. 5'11", 220 junior, running that offensive line. Sarver out of the shotgun, hands it off. Adger up the middle, and Adger to be taken down by Bo Newberger. Newberger, again, two-way player. Declan Sullivan there as well. A lot of these teams, their success rides on these two-way players. You can see it out of both these squads tonight. Jeremiah Rhodes playing both ways for Olathe North, as well as a multitude of Rockhurst players. 2nd and 7, just underway in the second half. And a good running room from Adger. Adger across the 45 of Rockhurst to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 15. And a first down for Olathe North. Again, looking efficient. If they're going to make a move, this drive's got to be the one to do it. Down 3 scores. 3 receivers to the right of Sarver on 1st and 10 from the Rockhurst 42. Little high snap, pump fake, try to set it up, and then goes back to the screen. Simmons is in trouble. Simmons, shifty, makes a few men miss. Picks up. He's going to pick up around 8. Student section's going to get hyped. They wanted the up top to Jeremiah Rhodes, but the safety stayed home. And that will result in just a pickup of 8, or excuse me, pickup of 6, they say, on first down. A lot of times you see high school quarterbacks try and fit it in that window. Wisely, Sarver saw the safety stayed home and went back to his check down. 2nd down 4, handoff Adger left side, and Adger is met as a flag flies. Lewandowski on the stop. Again, the referees for tonight, J.L. Roach, the white hat. Michael Ricketts, the ump. false start on Olathe North or illegal formation. Line judge Rich Busby, linesman Benjamin Rackers, and back judge Mike Niemeyer. So a 2nd down and 4 will turn to a 2nd down and 9. Second and 9. Chest high snap. Adger off right side and goes nowhere. Maybe a pickup of 1 at defensive line, doing a good job. Declan Sullivan having a good evening. The sophomore defensive end has had his name called a lot tonight. 3rd down, 7 yards, 9 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. They have not tested the secondary a lot tonight. We'll see if they go to the air here. Chest high snap, 3-step drop. Scrambles, looks, throws it as he's hit, and falls short of his receiver intended for Rhodes. It's going to bring up 4th down. An awkward hit on the QB, seems to be fine. Those Rockhurst defensive linemen getting home early. And the Rockhurst defenders wanting the home crowd to get on their feet, trying to make some noise. Student section still out in full effect. Most of the home crowd stayed here. Some went home on this early evening. 4th down, 7. Play action, looking across the middle, rolling right, throwing right, flag down, gets the conversion, big hit, flag flies. That could be a large one. Holding is probably going to be right up next to the offensive line by the umpire, but then a bad hit on the end of it. See how they sort this one out. Somebody in this press box is not happy. Couldn't tell from where. But you know when you feel the ground shake, somebody's upset. Still working out the logistics of this 4th down and 7. Definitely a holding on the offense. Let's see what the last one is here. Personal foul on the defense. So what are they going to do? Going to scoot it back 10, scoot it forward 15, and then replay 4th? I should have read up on my reffing handbook before tonight. This is a weird one. I think the referees are going through the same thing I am. Any personal foul should result in a 1st down, but we'll see. They're going to scoot him back 10. And then scoot him forward 15. Okay, so maybe I passed my reffing exam. Now the question is, does it result in the 1st down or not? Okay, it will be 4th down and 2. A mix of 5 yards. 4th down and 2, 8:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. We finally got through that. A holding and then a personal foul. Adger up the middle, going nowhere. Leans forward on the 2nd effort. Still doesn't look like he got there. Jeb Ketting, first contact. Pierce Fisher there as well. Coaching staff, Olathe North, not happy. Again, have to read up on specifics on that reffing scenario. Went back 10 on the holding, up 15 for the personal foul. Still was short of the stick, so they called it 4th down. So Rockhurst offense back out on the field now. I formation, pitch right to Fisher. Fisher in space, met out in the open, and good open field tackle by Rhodes and Vance Provost. Initial stoppage by Kelvin Parker. So a pickup of 4. Rockhurst offense incredibly efficient in the first half. Charlie Luce only missed on 1 football. His statistics in the first half, 10 of 11, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns. Second down, 6. Luce barking out orders. Pitch left. Fisher, this time looking for a crackback. Instead, goes nowhere. Stopped there by Taggart Murphy. Pierce Fisher in the first half, 8 rushes, 76 yards. Yards per rush in the first half for Rockhurst, 7.6. 10 of 11 passes, 192 yards each with a turnover. Third down, 5 upcoming for Rockhurst. Short injury timeout. Now the clock winds. Charlie Luce with a clear visor. Some movement from the defense. Speed option left. Pitch to Fisher. And Olathe North is all over it, but Fisher able to drag his defender. It's going to bring up like 4th down and 3. Vance Provost again on the tackle. Senior Sam linebacker. 4th down and 3, and you hear some chants from this crowd saying go for it. Offense is on the field. Rockhurst has not punted tonight. 6:35 to play in the third quarter, 28-7 lead. Under center, 5 down lineman for Olathe North. Pitch right, Fisher in space, 1st down and more. Spins out of one across the 45, dragged down to the 40. Taken down by Justin Rowland. Needed 1 and got 18 for a 1st down. Pierce Fisher nearing the 100-yard mark at 98 yards rushing right now. And water break timeout. We'll take it with them. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Rockhurst leads 28-7. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the point.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Welcome back. Tony Severino Field. 28-7 Rockhurst. 5:59 to play in the third quarter. Again, if you're new to watching high school football, the 6-minute mark of each quarter is a mandatory water break. Charlie Luce stands inside the blue turf of the R. Looking deep, throwing deep. It's Thomas again. Beautiful football. Touchdown, Rockhurst. From 41 yards away, it's a hat trick for Thomas. Charlie Luce could not have thrown a better football as Blake Thomas has found himself in the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. The sophomore, big ovation for him. Makes it 34-7 Rock. We'll call it the M&M effect here at Tony Semerino Field. Priestland on for the extra point. And he's 4 for 5 on the evening. It's 35-7 Rockhurst. Olathe North tries to respond on the other side of the break.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
It's 35-7. Rockhurst leads. 5:48 to play in the third quarter. 5 plays, 56 yards. Just a little under 3 minutes off the clock. 41-yard touchdown pass from Charlie Luce to Blake Thomas. Talk about a coming out party for the sophomore. 3 touchdowns on tonight. I thought the player of the game would be Cash Lewandowski, and instead, Blake Thomas has had himself an evening. End-over-end kick taken at the 10 by Simmons. Simmons shifty across the 30 to the 33, and that is where Sarver will take over with this offense. They've looked okay at times tonight, certainly. But can they put together a long enough drive? At this point, it's building for the next and the next and the next. Next week, hosting Lawrence, their first home game for Olathe North. And then Shawnee Mission East comes to their territory. So 2 home games coming up. Always tough to start 2 games on the road as a high school football player without the feeling of a home field. They'll have that next week. Sarver handoff to Adger. Adger taken down by Newberger after a gain of 2. So Olathe North team, again, led by Walter McCartney, said there's a multitude of guys that can make a difference on this team. They just need a little bit more experience. If you ever want to look at an intimidating head coach online, just Google Walter McCartney. Intimidating man. Second down, 8. 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Play action, throws to Simmons in the flat on the screen. Simmons looking for room. Skirts out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. And Simmons, again, is the type of kid that you want to get involved in the offense. Him and Jeremiah Rhodes. Rhodes with the 80-yard kind of pitch pass last week, a little jet motion, credited with the reception on the touchdown last week against Shawnee Mission Northwest. 3rd down and 3. Trip set to the right of Sarver. Quarterback read. Sarver's going to keep it and juke and get a first down. Just barely by a couple of yards. Picks up 5. It wasn't the cleanest of quarterback runs I've ever seen, but picks up 5 and a first. J-Mo Sarver, the senior, standing at 6'2", 200 pounds. Gives his team a fresh set of downs. Simmons in the slot left. Tight end to the right of Sarver. Handoff Adger up the middle. Plunging forward just across the blue turf R to midfield to the 48 of Rockhurst, picking up 7. 4:20 and counting in the third quarter. Rockhurst, a couple of games coming up. Next week, hosting number 1 Lee Summit North. I don't want to throw out too early for Chad Rader. I imagine game of the week coming up here next week from Rockhurst. You'd have to imagine. 2nd down 3. Rhodes out in the open and shoestring tackle made. That there by Bud Fallon of Rockhurst. Picks up 7 and a first. And Rhodes is down on the ground once again. It's the second time he's been slow to get up. Looks like potentially some cramping as his quarterback, J-Mo Sarver, over there trying to stretch him out as the staff is there with him. We'll take a quick injury timeout with him. It's 35-7 Rockhurst, 4 minutes to play in the third. You're watching high school football on a10varsity.com.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's Country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
Jeremiah Rhodes able to run off to the sideline on his own power. A couple times we've seen that tonight. Glad he's all right. Explosive weapon for the Eagles as they get ready for their Kansas matchups coming up. Again, this is always kind of a litmus test on where these teams are at. Come across state lines, on the road, storied program. 1st and 10 from the Rockhurst 41. Sarver hands it off. Adger up the middle. Good burst through the middle and makes a man pay for it. Picks up close to 10 yards there. Makes Pierce Fisher and Charlie Bernstein pay the price. They do move the chains. 3:39 to play in the third quarter. 35-7, Rockhurst leads. Sarver takes a snap. Quarterback read, now throws it out in the flat, and Simmons dropped it. Was a forward pass, so it's incomplete. Had him out in space, liked the move. Just got a little out ahead of himself. Brings up 2nd down and 10. It's always interesting sitting next to offensive coordinators, how they call out their plays. Always a privilege getting to have the visiting team up here in the press box right next to us and to listen in on the conversations from up here down to the coaching staff. Adger up the middle. Adger taken down from behind by Newberger, and another pickup of 10. Be very close to the chains once again, almost identical to the run he had earlier. The way that these coaches constantly communicate, even through headsets nowadays, you got to imagine back in the day, they didn't see the field from this angle. They were much more on the field making adjustments, but instead now, all these beautiful press boxes make it much easier. Trip set right for Sarver. High snap, Adger on the run. Adger up the middle, shifty move, Le'Veon Bell-like. And they call it 2nd and short. He's going to pick up 12 on 2nd and short. And Adger all of a sudden is controlling this drive very well with his legs. Substitutions come in for Olathe North. And it will be a timeout Rockhurst. We'll take it with them. 35-7, Rockhurst leads, but Olathe North is driving. We're back after this.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
There we go. Shout out by PA announcer there. You're home for Rockhurst football. A10varsity.com. Chad Rader doing a beautiful job. Make sure and turn it over to 8:10 a.m. if you're out in your car. Got to go out for some ice cream on this beautiful Friday night. I wouldn't blame you. Here, though, at Tony Severino Field, 1st and 10 from the 10. We'll call it 1st and goal then. Trip set left. Adger up the middle and stood up quickly. Taken down. We'll call that Declan Sullivan again. Just keeping an eye around the area as there's been some large games underway. Lee Summit North and Mill Valley now 17-13. Broncos leading that one. Back here, 2nd and 10, 2:35 to play, 3rd quarter. Looking, Sarver rolling and scrambling. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd down. Secondary has done a beautiful job tonight thus far for Rockhurst. Third down and goal from the 10. Got to imagine 4-down territory. Get 2 downs here to punch it in. Sarver barks it out, looks right, pumps, now rolls. Wanted to throw it and didn't. Instead, incomplete. Looking for Cole Smithers. Fourth down and goal, down 28. 1 quarter to play, plus this 146. Crowd on their feet. Olathe North trying to punch it in from 10 yards out. Got to have it. Sarver, chest side snap, looks left, throws a high ball for Rhodes. Rhodes caught it. Touchdown, Olathe North. Flags down. Got to imagine it's defensive pass interference. And Rhodes goes up and makes the play. I think there's 0 chance that this is offensive pass interference. Should absolutely stand as a touchdown. Jeremiah Rhodes going up and making a play. It is pass interference on Rockhurst. J-Mo Sarver, the quarterback, will kick it left-footed for the extra point. Out of the holder, Wyatt Flood. Long snapper, Keegan Wright. Snap high, hold good, kick blocked. Kick blocked by Colin Powell, and that'll make it 35-13. Rockhurst still leads. We'll take a short break. Come back with Rockhurst next drive. You're watching high school football on A10varsity.com.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the point.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Well, you like to see it if you're Olathe North. 13 plays, 67 yards, just over 4 minutes off the clock. And a 10-yard pass from Sarver to Rhodes makes it 35-13 after the missed extra point. Pass interference will be assessed here on the kickoff. It's always interesting to see in high school football as they kick off from the Rockhurst 45-yard line. Do you punch it deep and just give it to him at the 20, or do you try and do something a little funky here? Down 3 scores still. Do you try a little onside kick here? We will find out shortly. Braden Jokerst, the kicker, at least the kickoff, 5'9", 185 senior. And here we go. Small pooch kick into the pocket. Ball's going to be bouncing up in the air. Olathe North has it. Just like that. A little pooch kick takes a bounce, and Olathe North has it. Talk about a momentum shift. Vance Provost, the starting linebacker, goes down and snags it out of the air. That's going to be a coaching point later this week for Rockhurst. Got to believe on those types of kicks. So Olathe North fired up all of a sudden on the far sideline. As their offense comes back out fresh off of a scoring drive that took up 4 minutes off the clock, 13 plays. Do you go back to the same well that is Jeremiah Rhodes? Rhodes in the backfield. Cole Smithers and Sam Simmons to the left of Sarver on first down from the 13. Adger, tough running. We'll give him 5.5 on first down. 90 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. And you're never saying that anybody's out of a football game, but especially a back-to-back touchdown and then just a beautiful pooch kick, if you will, from Braden Jokerst. Found the turf, bounced the right way, recovered by Vance Provost. Second down and 5 from the Rockhurst 8. In motion is Rhodes. Adger handoff up the middle and stutters down after about a yard. Third down upcoming. We'll say 4 yards to go. Have to get at the Rockhurst 4 for a fresh set of downs. This Rockhurst defense responding thus far through the 2 plays. They keep Rhodes in the backfield with Adger. 30 seconds to play in the third. Sarver, chest high snap, hands it to Rhodes. Rhodes out in the open and gets to around the 4.5. That's right at the marker. Scooting it back, maybe just potentially inside the 5. It's going to be fourth and about 2 feet. So all of a sudden, you thought the play earlier was big. This is Rockhurst trying to stand up and will their defense, and that'll take us to the fourth quarter. Olathe North facing a 4th down and a foot inside the Rockhurst 10. We'll see what happens on the conclusion of the drive in the fourth quarter. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. 35-13. Rockhurst leads. Olathe North stepping on the door of Rockhurst right now. It's 4th down. It's a full yard down here. Sarver from the shotgun. Hands it off. Adger trying to find the edge. Adger runs over man and gets the first down. Tackle made there by Colin Powell. And that does pick up the 4th down, what they needed. At least I believe. trying to mark it out. There's the ref finally given the first down. That's J.L. Roach waving the arm as Olathe North, the crowd comes alive on that side. Just under 12 minutes to play in the fourth. Trailing by 22. Sarver with Rhodes and Adger, right and left. It's Adger up the middle, looking, plowing, and side judge says he's down about 6 inches outside the goal line. Got to give credit where credit's due. These line judges have done a great job tonight. Spotting the football has not been an issue. Seeing it in the right time. Second down and goal from inside the half-yard line. Rockhurst packs it in. Sarver hands it off to Rhodes. Rhodes could walk in, and he does. Touchdown, Olathe North. Rhodes got the stretch play and went for it on the outside. Nobody home, and takes it out from 1 yard. Keep the offense on the field for the two-point conversion. Down 16 with 11:11 to play. Make a wish. Scooted to the 2-yard line for the two-point conversion. Sarver takes a pure step drop. 5-step drop. Throws to the back and overthrows his man, incomplete. So we stay at 35-19. Olathe North back-to-back touchdown drives will return with Rockhurst offense right after this.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger rewards.
They are tending to Jeremiah Rhodes in the end zone. He's been down a couple times tonight. He's the one on 5 plays, 13 yards, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of clock ran off. 1 yard touchdown run by Rhodes, and he's down and being attended to in the west end zone. 11-11 left, 2-score game. But right now, everybody is waiting the outcome of Jeremiah Rhodes. 2-point play was no good. Rhodes being helped to his feet now. And seems to be okay. So a 2-score game, 11-11 left. If you want a coaching point, here's the time for Rockhurst. It's been a little while since Rocks had the football, simply because they gave up a touchdown drive and then a pooch kick perfectly placed and a recovery. Braden Jokerst with the kick. Vance Provost with the recovery resulted in another touchdown for Olathe North. So 35-19 is the score. Back to a normal kickoff and kickoff return formation here. Pierce Fisher and Cash Lewandowski back to return. And again, Joker's the one to kick it away. Puts his right foot into it, end over end kick. Fisher's going to take it at the 10. Across the 20, 25, and out of bounds, blistered at the 30 by Kelvin Parker. Made him pay the price. And if you're a Rockhurst fan, you'd love one of the classic Rockhurst drives. It takes about 8 minutes off the clock to put this thing away. However, Olathe North's defense has played well here in the second half. If it was not for Blake Thomas, 3 touchdowns on the evening out of the receiving, and Charlie Luce having a beautiful evening as well out of the quarterback position, we have not seen a ton of smash mouth football, at least drive-wise. Drive number 1 was 11 plays for Rockhurst. Ever since then, single-play drives. Von Pham, who put on the ground earlier, picks up 2 on first down. Juan Yam in on the tackle. So Pham taken down by Yam. 5'11", 190-pound senior there at the defensive end position. It's been hard to get to Charlie Luce today. Drew Mazzina, Brady Jacobson, Mac Bowling, Jack Manning, and John O'Farrell. Offensive line for Rockhurst. Done quite a job. Play action, rolling left, over the top, had his man for a second. Now finds his underneath tight end out at the 50-yard line. And that is Warren Robertson, the sophomore, 6'3", 195. Picks up a good chunk, was looking at Riley Sullivan. And another Eagle of Olathe North is down. That's Jalen Watson. So we'll take a short timeout with them. It is 35-19, Rockhurst driving. We're back after this. Jalen Watson able to get to his feet. Josiah Rowland is his backup, corner position. 35-19, two-score game. If you're just joining us, Rockhurst has been well in control, but back-to-back scoring drives for Olathe North has put them in this position. 1st and 10 from the Eagles side of the field. They're 49. Jackson Igo, top of your screen. Haven't called his name a lot tonight. Loose under center. Fullback dive. Newberger blasts through the middle and picks up 5, and it takes 7 Eagles to get him down. Again, Rockhurst using the fullback, and Newberger is a ton to get down. Newberger, 6'205". Certainly not the biggest combination that you could have in the backfield. Von Pham could be back there as well. He's also 205. 2nd down and 5, 9:43 and counting to go here in the game. Riley Sullivan split out bottom of your screen. Claps his hands, loose hands it off to Fisher. Fisher with a head of steam. Good open field tackle by Provost there. One-on-one, met him in the hole, and Form tackled him down after a gain of, we'll call it 2, bringing up 3rd down and 4. Just been one of those evenings where it's hard to get the momentum on either side. Rockhurst dominating the first half. Olathe North not going away, though. 3rd down and 4. 9 minutes to play. Got to imagine Coach Donahoe would go for it here if don't get it on this 3rd down. Fisher in the open field. Fisher stood up and taken down after a yard. Taken down by Keegan Wright, the Mike linebacker. He's a senior. So I said potentially going for it on 4th. No doubt about it. Coach Donahoe and his coaching staff keeping the offense on the field. Fourth down and 2. I don't think people understand the gravity of the situation. 8-18. Finally, the student section from the Eagles comes alive. Loose, barking out orders. Under center. Pitch to the left side. Out in the open. And Fisher has enough for a 1st down. Picks up 6 on 4th and 2 to move the chains. Now all of a sudden, everybody's looking up at the clock. Seeing 8 minutes and counting. Different PA announcer tonight. Mr. Campbell with 2 L's. He said to make sure and give him a shout out. I did. He's not going to have a voice tomorrow, neither am I. 1st and 10, 35-yard line. 7:40 to play in the game. Rockhurst nursing a 2-score lead. Looked like early movement instead. Loose, looking up top. Going for the big one. Lewandowski, the intended receiver, incomplete. He wanted a flag, but to no avail. Double covered and incomplete. Good coverage out there by Jalen Watson and by Kelvin Parker. Second down and 10. Stops the clock with the incompletion. 7:30 to play. Loose takes a snap, looks left, middle screen. Fisher waiting for his blockers. Finds some room and picks up 10. Taken down from behind by Provost. It was an ugly-looking play, but ended up working out. Fisher looked like he made a weird cut. Seems to be okay. Flag is down. Personal foul on Olathe North. That should scoot him half the distance to the goal. Should spot the ball around the 12.5-yard line, and that's where they do. Rockhurst on the door. 7:20 to play. Putting together a good drive here. Cash Lewandowski, the fullback. Michael Tafoya in the slot left. Lewandowski up the middle. Lewandowski looking for room around the left side. Inside the 5. Stretches the ball out to the 1-yard line. Lewandowski trying to make his play for player of the evening, and he skips off to the sideline. Little gimpy, seems to be okay. First down and goal from the 1 inside 7 minutes to play, 35-19, Rockhurst. Bo Newberger, the fullback. I'll give you one guess. It's either a pitch or a fullback dive. It's the fullback dive. Newberger up the middle. Plunges, touchdown Rockhurst. Bo Newberger finds himself in the touchdown column once again to make it 41-19. Priestland on for the extra point. Low snap, good hold. Weird kick is up and through. It's 42-19, but hold the phone. There's a flag. Both teams assuming it'll be declined or assist on the kickoff. Another personal foul on Olathe North. That'll be assessed on the kickoff. So we'll take a timeout. It's 42-19 Rockhurst. We'll return after this in just a moment.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back. 6.5 to go in the ball game. Rockhurst cementing that one. 10 plays, 69 yards, 4 minutes, 37 seconds off the clock. Capped off by a Bo Newberger 1-yard touchdown plunge from the fullback position. It was a personal foul after the play, so Rockhurst will get the kickoff from the Olathe North 45-yard line. Oliver Priestland, the kicker, done a pretty good job tonight. Special teams was a big story in week 1. No extra points attempted. Just could not find the groove. Tonight, only missed 1 extra point. It was the first one. Since then, it's been perfect. Kickoff from the Olathe North 45. And boots it deep over the head of Rhodes. And the Eagles will take it at the 20. So at this point, it is all about gaining the experience. Made it 2-score game for just a little bit. Rockhurst, classic drive, 10 plays, chewing up a third of the quarter. Sarver back out there. Again, 8:10 a.m. is where you want to be. Chad Rader is going to give the post-game report. Lee Summon North on top of Mill Valley 26-13 right now in that number 1 versus number 2. Back here, Adger picks up 3 on first down. Clock will run. And coaching staff content to take it to the water break timeout. 6 minutes to play here in the game. 42-19, Rockhurst leads. We'll take a water break with them. We're back after this on 810varsity.com.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger rewards.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get like that for 99 cents. Only in Casey's Country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
Six minutes to play from Severino Field. Second down and 6 for Olathe North. Adger up the middle, nowhere to go. Rockhurst defense there and ready to go. That stop by Gage Nelson, the senior. Third down at 8, 5:30 to play. Sarver rolling left, looking left, plants his feet, throws it to the boundary, and a good catch. Cole Smithers there for a pickup of, we'll call it 14 and a first down. Went up in the air for it. 6'2", 185 frame. Able to go up and get it. We have not seen them test these corners very much tonight. It's been tough to get time, to be honest. Jeremiah Rhodes in the middle of the trip set to the bottom of your screen. Handoff Adger. Excuse me, not Adger. Different running back into the game. Picks up 8. That is Chase Williams. Chase Williams slotted as the backup quarterback as well. So Williams is a freshman. Trying to get him a little bit of run here. Just a 9th grader. Handoff again, they'll try Williams. Williams finding some room to the 50, taken down. So again, looking for experience here. Williams goes off to the sideline, but he'll remember a couple of carries against Rockhurst his freshman year of high school. Adger back in the game, 4:42 to play. Chest high snap, play action, looking deep. Throws a rifle across the middle, and that's Smithers. Smithers on the run. Smithers, touchdown. 50 yards away from Sarver to Smithers for an Olathe North touchdown. And you got to wonder, where was it a little earlier? Great play, beautiful design. Finds Smithers for the 50-yard touchdown. Rockhurst gives up another one here. They'll keep the offense on the field going for 2. 17-point ball game with 4:21 to play. Handoff to Adger. Adger looking, plunging, and is short of the goal to gain. So that'll keep it a 3-score game with 4:21 to play. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll wrap this one up. 4:21 to play, 42-25, Rockhurst leads.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Couple of games going final from around the area. Missouri side, Kearney takes care of Smithville 38-14. Grain Valley all over William Chrisman 63-7. That rushing attack is alive and well in Grain Valley. Back here, just east of State Line Road, Olathe North scores on a 50-yard touchdown from Jamo Sarver to Cole Smithers. Missed 2-point conversion. 17-point game with 4:21 remaining. Hands team is out for Rockhurst. And Braden Jokers looks like he will indeed attempt an onside kick. See Riley Sullivan out there. We haven't called his name a lot tonight. It's because Blake Thomas has all 3 scoring plays, at least through the air, for Rockhurst. So Jokerst, the old school way that it should be done. Onside kick. The third bounce and taken and pounced on by Max Moylan, the junior, able to cover it up and give Rockhurst the football back. Did not take the big bounce that he wanted. Rockhurst will have it with 4:20 remaining in this ball game. Again, if you're out and about, going out after this, turn on 810 a.m. Chad Rader, all the scores and updates from around the area. Also, you can visit 810varsity.com. All the scores are there for you if you're just channel surfing later and want to find what the other teams in the area did. You can check out 810varsity.com. Newberger up the middle, the fullback dive, and he's just plunging behind his offensive line, picks up 12 on first down. Newberger he's a fun watch. Admittedly, he has done a number to this defense a couple of times tonight, just looking a little bit like Larry Zonka. He just added 6 digits to Bo Newberger's number, made him 39. He would look very much like Larry Zonka. 1st and 10, under 4 to play. Counterplay, Fisher up the middle and taken down there by 1, Yam. Again, these 2 teams well on their way to a good season. Walter McCartney's team, Olathe North, coming up, they get to host Lawrence, host Shawnee Mission East, then go on the road to Mill Valley, a tough one, at Olathe Northwest, and then at home against Olathe West. So, again, week 2 of the young Kansas football season. Tough opponent on the road here just on the east side of State Line Road. Just over 3 minutes of play, 2nd down 7. Pitch right, Von Pham. Pham looking for the edge. Puts a stiff arm in to the 30, to the 20, and dragged down from behind. Von Pham showing his speed and agility. His power move with the stiff arm gets it to the 17-yard line. As if Rockhurst needs some more points. They're knocking on the doorstep right now. If you bet the over tonight, obviously joking, you would have hit it a long time ago. 42-25, 67 total points tonight. 1st and 10 from the 17. Starters still in there for Rockhurst. Up the middle, I guess I shouldn't say that. That's the backup fullback, Henry Coppinger. I guess it's the backup to the backup. You have Newberger, Lewandowski, and now Coppinger, and Coppinger picks up 2 yards on first down. Inside 2 minutes and 35 seconds to play. Imagine Coach Donahoe will tell his team, use all the play clock. Luce will be from the shotgun on 2nd and 8. It's a handoff. Pham left side, dragged down after minimal gain. We'll call it 3.5. Shoe comes off, and we're all good. Taggart Murphy on the stop. We've called his name a few times. His defense, again, just like the rest of the team, only a few lone seniors out there. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 seniors on this defense for Olathe North. So a lot coming back next year. Valuable games, valuable seconds here in the late going. 90 seconds to play here, 42-25 Rock. Loose under center, pitch left to Von Pham. Pham is going to be dragged down from behind in good pursuit. That is 35. Ajani Lamb. Get to say Ajani's name tonight. First and goal from the 6, and Rockhurst will get to run the sweetest play in all of football, the victory formation. Just 2 snaps of the football, and this one should do it. There's one knee. Again, upcoming schedule for Rockhurst next week. Number 1, Lee Summit North comes knocking to Severino Field. You're going to want to be strapped in, ready to go for that one, as that is truly going to be the top 2 teams in the Kansas City area on the Missouri side. Lee Summit North coming to Rockhurst next week. Then at Bishop Miege, at Blue Springs, home against St. Thomas Aquinas, and Liberty North. Again, not so long forgotten, the former number 1, now number 15. And then at St. Louis University High School to wrap up the season. But from here, it's 42-25, a Rockhurst win as Kelly Donahoe gets the best of Walter McCartney's team from Olathe North. For Jonathan Pulasic, Chris Mitchell's been running the camera and producing. Great job tonight. And for Chad Rader back in the studio, it's been a beautiful night for high school football. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week for Rockhurst and Lee Summit North. Good night, everybody.